building stuff, adventure, and just getting. I just cannot wait for everything to come out. There's a lot going on.
And welcome back to the Ride Companion, where today we have, as you can see on the clapperboard,
Where
it's just there.
Oh.
You'll see it just appear.
I can see it.
The one and only Blake Samson, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Hey.
Thank you very much.
He's
you.
back.
Thank you.
And the fire that came out of the clapperboard.
yeah, the sparks as well in the hinge. To anyone listening, it's because we actually have run out of black pen, so we couldn't write Blake's name on the. We ran over the black pen in my car this morning. So yeah, we had to do some computer graphics, but that's
Good work.
where we're at.
Yep.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, man.
Good
really
to see.
Good.
I bet you are.
Nice, dude. 2026 has kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Just coming swinging, haven't you?
Oh,
You're coming
yeah.
really swinging.
Yeah. It's nice. It was 5 months of hard work behind the camera.
Yeah.
It's good. Finally get it out there.
5 months.
5 months.
That's a long time, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I would say it's a bit more than 5 months, but yeah.
Yeah. A lot of planning in the head as well.
There's a lot. Yeah, a lot.
So the last time you were in was not actually that long ago,
No.
but do you feel quite different to then?
Oh, I do, yeah. Yeah. A little bit lighter, because everything I've been speaking about with, potential, I don't know, brands talking to and ideas and everything is now like I've kind of executed a few of them. It's not like, hey, I'm doing this, this, and this, and this, and this, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why are we going to support this bloke? Because he's not going through with what he's saying. But
Yeah.
now I've built, like on the intro video, I've built a trailer. And there's like pretty much nearly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like Project One is actually
Project
like
One, yeah.
reaching
Wow.
completion.
Yeah. Oh,
So all of the bits in the trailer
yeah.
are all parts of videos that are
Yes.
in the works or coming out pretty.
Yeah, so
over the next few
where you
months.
saw it in that intro video is episode 3.
Right.
So episode 4 is going to be like the kitchen, the storage in the back for food, like where the boiler goes, the fridge, the whole back of the trailer. And then episode 5 is like the living quarters inside and the lighting and the electronics and heating and everything like that and making it look funky. Then 6 is just doing the outside, making it look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you could think back to like when you first came on and talking about, like you said, the ideas that were happening and the things you were planning to do?
Yeah.
What was it that was making you nervous? Because you seem like you've been super planned out, but what was it that was like making you be like, fuck?
Oh, it's the cost.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I left GMBN with, well, not much savings or anything. And the savings was just like to protect the family. And then it was just like, oh, how am I going to make this work? How the heck am I going to buy everything that I need to get this channel and what I've been talking about going? And with the helps of Works Power Tools, man, they 100% them and Jimmy's Iced Coffee. If it wasn't for them seeing what's going on, like they get it.
Really? Yeah.
And they helped a tremendous amount. They're
That's
like,
rad.
right, yes, we can see this. We can see your passion.
Yeah.
We want to be part of this.
So you got history with both of those brands.
I have,
so I guess
yeah.
they sort of know that they can trust that
Yeah, it's
you're
not
gonna-
just hot
Yeah,
air.
it's like, it's
Yeah.
trust. Yeah, it's like, they trust and believe in me that
In
this is
fact,
going to happen.
Your old Jimmy's Iced Coffee helmet was one of the coolest. I remember those. That was really cool, wasn't it? That
Oh,
period
dude,
of time.
I've still
when
got them in my garage. They are all hand painted, pinstriped, like by Nick's. And now Nick runs Jimmy's Iced Coffee. So he's like the head of Jimmy's Iced Coffee. So the guy who does all the graphics that you see is him. So all the KYC, keep your chin up, all that is his kind
Right.
of graphics and drawings and writing and ideas. It's
Interesting.
Yeah, so he's now running it, which is amazing.
I met Jimmy once.
Did you? Big old beard.
Big old beard, yeah.
Yeah, Jim's a great dude.
Yeah, that's
man.
pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, I met him at like a trade show.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's Jimmy. I was like, oh, there actually is a person. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Just a
you know, there's
normal bloke, like-
there's a guy on the there's a little graphic on the tin.
Yeah.
With a guy with a big old beard and a cap. That's Jim. That's
There
Jimmy.
you go.
Jim.
I,
Him and his sister.
I did a bit of a solo episode in between like Christmas and New Year. And then one of my major takeaways from last year, like a big thing, was like trust compounds. And I think, like you say, once you've built that relationship with a brand, like it actually goes a long way, because you can go to them and they trust that you are going to deliver this thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's super important.
I think that's the one main thing, like one of the biggest downfalls now with a lot of social media and YouTubers. They're like influencers. They kind of come in and go, oh, I'm going to do this, and they just take the product or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they don't really do much with it. So it's like it puts a sour taste in those brands' mouths to work with other people that
I agree.
are legit.
Yeah.
So it's to get that trust is key. It's key, and it's, I don't know, it's it's fundamental, really. Yeah.
I think we've both had the same experience, not to harp on about them, but like with Works. So Works were one of the first sponsors of this podcast ever. And that's 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
When they first came on board. And that, you kind of don't really think about it when it's happening, but all of those episodes, all that trust compounds where you are now, where you can actually go to them with a new project and be like, and they actually believe in you, because they trust that you will actually deliver.
They will deliver. Yeah,
it's super interesting.
No, it's cool. One of those things where they're building this trailer is like, they can use this trailer as a product to demonstrate other products, like, this grinder made this trailer.
Yeah.
So they can take it to trade shows and be like, hey, look, this is built on Works Power Tools.
Yeah.
Which it is, all of it, apart from the welding.
I know it's oversimplifying it, but I think like the easy thing about certainly with your like channel, it's quite easy to see that you're like really passionate about the things that you're actually doing, and that for me gives me a lot of trust. Like if I had some way of supporting it, I know that you would only work on something that you were really into. Like even let's talk about the trailer project, for instance.
Yeah.
You really do it properly, and you do it right from the start, and it's not for any reason other than you're really interested in it. Like you could cut a lot of corners. If it was me making a trailer, dude, you better believe that. I even did it in my old DT project at school. I bought the product, sanded it down so it looked like I made it. Like I'm just looking for those.
What was it?
It was a chain device. Do you remember?
Love it.
Standing DMR off it.
No. It was. Do you remember MRP chain device?
Yes, yeah. Or Mr.
So
Control, kind of the cheaper version.
that's what I bought.
Okay.
That's what I bought. Because I had to get my parents to buy it for me. I was like, hear me out, guys. I'm going to make it look like I made it.
Yeah.
But they went along with it. So they bought this. It was like 30 quid. It was
orange wheels.
Yep. Back plate. 2 plates that go around your chain ring.
Yep.
And then basically all I had to do for my GCSE design tech is sort of like reverse engineer it in all the paperwork, and then get this product out of the packaging quickly, throw the packaging away,
bang it about,
and and just like sand it down, and like it's such a corner cut. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. That's just how my brain works. Whereas you're not like that. You would be sourcing the plate. You would be getting a laser cutter. You'd be trying to make the design different.
And I'll be making the laser cutter because I couldn't afford one. I'll be like,
I'm not always
laser
like
cutter?
that. But I think that's where it's exciting.
Yeah,
that's where I want to hear about this trailer, because I know that you've really like designed each bit and done as much as you can.
All in CAD. Everything's done by computer. No chance, dude. It was all in my head. And Martin Jones. So Martin Jones at Bare Metal Builds, where I'm building the trailer in his unit. Big shout out to him, because he's legit. He's a very good friend. I've known him for years now, and we've kind of built a relationship on building. We've got the same interests. Like we want to do cool things. And he's automotive to heaven. He's like, he loves it. So it was a tough one to not cut corners, because I get to a point where like, man, this is taking so long. We can just do it like this, or I can buy this and we don't have to do it, and then it's done. And whereas Martin is like, he's like the other side of the spectrum. He's like, no, we're going to make it from scratch. Even though we said I want to do it from scratch. And then I get to a point like, you're like, I can't be asked for this bit, and we need to just buy it. And he's like, no, don't do that. And then he gets to a point where he's like, I reckon you can buy this. And I'm like, no, we can make it. And he's like, because there's a box in the front of a trailer, like on the tongue, where it links to the truck. There's a box there where you can put in stuff, and this is where it's going to house all the batteries and all my power. And he was like, you can buy one of these boxes, and goes on the front. And I'm like, no, I'm going to make one out of steel and put it there, like frame and everything. And he was like, okay. Whereas the suspension, we really wanted to do everything from scratch. And that was his brainchild. I was like, man, how the heck are we going to do this? I know I want A-frames. I want independent suspension. I want a lot of suspension because I want to take this trailer where trailer's not meant to go. And he was like, yeah, I think I've got a good idea on how to do this. And I was like, okay, how? He's like, well, we're going to buy a solid axle. I was like, no, we want to be independent. He was like, yeah, we'll buy a solid axle. Choose the vehicle you want that's got the right wheels that you want to put on this thing, like the ones that you like. I was like, okay, I got a vehicle in mind. And then he was like, we kind of cut the thing in half, take all the bits off. We need it to be braked because it's going to be over a ton. So the trailer needs to be braked. I was like, okay. So we got the hub assembly from a Grand Vitara rear axle, 2008. I think I said 2004, but it's 2008 diesel. And we cut. I went all the way flipping hour and a bit down the road to go and pick this thing up from a junkyard that cost me like 200 quid. I was going to cut £200 in half. But then the
100 quid each.
Yeah. So the diff, I can sell the diff. I can sell that for 150 quid. The guy in the scrappy was like, you can sell that and get your money back. And I was like, cool. So
nice.
If anyone wants a diff, I've got one.
Oh, are we doing ads for it?
yeah.
Ad break.
Yeah. And then he's like chopped it off, got this little hub assembly, welded it to the A-frame, built this A-frame from scratch, no jigs, no nothing, replicated it, had to be exactly the same on the other side, did it, and then, But everything's made from scratch.
Yeah, and I guess the cool thing about that really is that you can then you could upsize the axle. I'm just making stuff up, but you can then make it fit for purpose. Whereas if you always make a compromise if you buy stuff off the shelf, or you can make a compromise if you buy stuff off the shelf, and often it's cheaper, which is the big problem that
cheaper and
I have.
Quicker. Cheaper and quicker.
Cheaper, quicker. Slightly crap. We can forget that. I really like your way of thinking.
It took us a long time to get to where it was. Like, it took us a whole week just to work on the suspension. Wow. Plus. And that doesn't show in the video. So that's episode 1 that comes out Saturday this weekend. I don't know when this comes out. 2 days' time?
Yeah, no, it'll be after.
Oh, it'll be after. So it's already out.
Yeah, it's out. We'll put a link in the show description.
Thank you very much. But it's like, it's gone out. So that whole video has taken a month to film one episode.
Right, let's talk about that then, because the way the internet, as we all know, works is more, faster. How does that? How do you balance the fact that there's a big demand and everything's meant to be super fast, and you're doing something that really is kind of like
slow going?
It kind of is, and you're doing it the long way.
Yeah.
You're doing it the slow way. You're doing it the proper way.
Yeah. So I think it's worked in my favor, this non-compete sort of stuff that I'm going through with GMBN, where I can't do anything for 6 months.
Okay.
But that's bike orientated. But I kind of used that in my advantage to work on behind closed doors, the build. So it's given me 5-ish months to work on the series, and then other little bits in between. Because the trailer, it takes a long time. If you I watch a lot of build things like Grindhard Plumbing on YouTube and everyone else on there that create cool things. It takes weeks, months to build one thing, to do one episode out of multiple ones. So it's a hard chase to try and get everything out on time, but these few months I've worked out, planned to a point where if I come out of this section of 5 months with a certain amount of videos, that will tie me over, and will tie over the build for the next month or 2.
Right.
So I can still film the build series, but then also work on other things, because I think people are going to get quite bored of me welding and cutting and doing stuff for a while. So I've done other little segments and videos that will break up the build.
Right.
But it's planning. It is planning, and it's hard because I get like a little bit anxious, going, "Oh man, I need to," and I don't want to be at that point where I'm fighting to film that weekend's
as well. You
video.
could like spend all this time going through perfectly the build of the trailer, but then you could rush the edit, and all of that effort is lost because you've not captured it, or you've let's just make this video shorter or whatever it is. Yeah, which would be a shame.
What sort of highlights, and you mentioned Grindhard, then it sort of highlights like maybe that's the reason why these things are, why your videos, I have no doubt, I haven't seen this build project, but like you sort of end up wanting to watch these things because it's almost like everything is so instant, everything is so fast. When was the last time you sat down on a project and it really took a long time?
Yeah.
Like,
So
I know
true.
for me, it's probably digging a trail.
Yeah.
It's like a slow process, and I'm completely happy with that. I don't rush. I don't care. You just sort of people don't go through that anymore, do they? Like, that's probably why we want to watch it.
Yeah. And also, there's a lot. I think there's I think personally, there's a shift with me that this fast content is kind of fading out of myself and going into the more long form because you're more invested in it. Like, you want to watch it. Like, if it's quick, you're always trying to probably get to the other one, or you want it to continue. Like, oh, why is that over? I want to watch a bit more.
Yeah.
You got to wait a couple of days to watch the next bit, and it only took 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas like now it's like long form for me. It's like the video that's just come out is like 40 minutes, which is quite long. It's a big video, but it's the start of the project, and hopefully it'll get shorter. I think it goes to 30 minutes. So it's the
Be interesting to see how that equates a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I'm with you. Like,
Few hours,
I'm
few
100%
time.
way more into long form content these days. I mean, always been a massive fan of podcasts, which is kind of different, but not. But like, there's a few YouTubers that I watch that do like long walks, and they're literally
I do
documenting
the same, yeah.
almost the whole thing. And yeah, I romanticize just being in that situation.
Yeah.
And to speak to what you said as well, I am very much of the same headspace as you with projects. I romanticize doing it, like the idea of building the trailer, dude, and standing a little bit down for hours and getting it all perfect in my head is so fun. But the reality of it would be, I'd be like, oh, fuck it, that'll just do. Like, you know, and I do it with almost everything. I often think about it with myself. I'm like, just slow down. Like, everything has to be in fast forward all the time. Yeah. And it's impressive that you can do that and just be like, no, we're doing it properly. Not rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, if the video comes out and people like, they can call you out on it, especially with me. I don't want. I probably will get called out on a few things, but it's like, man, I try my hardest. Never ever built a trailer in my life. This is the first thing. It's like with GMBN, I built a camper van. Never built one. Didn't know anything about wiring. Don't know where to start. So, but I went with it.
There's a beauty in that, though.
Yeah.
Of people watching it and almost probably learning a bit with you. Like,
yeah.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Or living, they really want to build a van, but they can't realistically or have the time or the budget or whatever, but they live it through someone else's eyes. So it's like they can do that and be like, oh yeah, that's quite cool.
It's just
and maybe
motivational.
inspire them to do something else, probably a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, when you watch it, you are watching a fast-forwarded version of a really long process. Like, that's what we're doing. We're watching something that is just about. Our brains are just about able to put up with that amount of work. But it's like that trailer did not take 40 minutes to build, whereas for us we're like,
it's 5 months down the line. I thought it would take 2 months. Martin Jones, he was like, so what do you think this time frame is going to take you to build this trailer? I'm like, well, I can do stuff, and January, I think it'll be done by January, so that's 4 months. I reckon 3 months we'll get it done. Like a month we'll do each, 2 episodes. He laughed at me.
Did he?
He was like, ha, you'll be surprised. This one video is going to take you 2 months to do. And I'm like, what? No, it's not. No. But then literally, he was like, yeah, life happens. You probably won't be in tomorrow. Or next week there'll be something going on. Or you have to go and do this. Or you bought something and it doesn't come. And you can't do it because this, and I'm like, that happened.
Yeah.
And just like, okay, so episode 1 took me a month and a bit to build. And I'm like, 4 weeks just to do one video.
The cool thing is that where you're at now, you've had a experience through your time at GMBN. We won't keep going on about it, but the cool thing about that channel is that you had on one end of the spectrum you had your camper project, which is very similar. It's long form, it's a big project, it involves loads of thought. It's slow for you and fast for the watcher. Yeah. But you did also have, because I remember the amount of work that you'd have to put out, and that channel had to put out a lot of stuff.
That was a video a day.
Exactly. So you had these like really short like what do they call them, quick and dirty videos, like
just get them,
bike checks, how to fix a puncture,
how to wash your bike,
all of those things. So you've had the experience of doing the short form stuff as well.
Which is I can go out and we can shoot a video pretty good and in a day. you can get a really good video shot in a day.
Yeah.
But I kind of, what Leo and I, so Leo is the cameraman, he's the editor, he's my partner, so he's 50-50 in this. It's not just about me in front of the camera, it's more about him behind the lens, because without him, you wouldn't get this amazing content. That's all his thing. So we always talk to each other. But at the end of the day, I'm creative in front of the camera. I really want him to put his own touch on it within the editing. So it's like, that's him.
Yeah.
That's his input sort of thing. So when we don't want to do this short, quick, punchy videos, him and I, we want to do long form. We want to create really good content that's not too polished, because I want it to be kind of relatable to a point. I don't want it to be like cinematic. It only needs to be cinematic when it needs to be. But then it's like, it's me at the end of the day. It's like, this is what I want to do. And he wants to do what he wants to do. So it's like, we don't want to do that short term, that short form stuff. So yeah, we're both on board with doing kind of long form.
Like Ollie said, it is easy to get caught up in that. The internet just wants more.
Yeah.
And I think with the amount of content you've probably filmed in the last 5 months, you could harvest that for hundreds of clips of social and YouTube shorts and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And you could do a little separate other videos behind the scenes. Like, you can just keep going and going and going. But I think kind of narrowing it down, like you're saying, to like, no, it's going to be this project, and not get lost in the weeds over there.
Yeah.
And that's maybe for like further down the line, even if you've got more people, or I don't know.
Exactly.
More is more. Don't do it for me anymore.
No.
And like I'm talking as in a consuming the content. Like, I know when I'm watching something that's just like throwaway. They've just chucked it up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like more.
I do.
I think that's like probably a reaction to internet-based content.
I think it's interesting that for us talk about it because we're in it so much as well.
Yeah.
And what other people outside think can be really interesting, because sometimes you're blown away by the internet slot machine that you keep feeding, and sometimes like, you can see your social stuff dipping on YouTube. You're like, let me just put this there, and you're like, that's worked. Like, can't figure out why, but it's the slot machine's paid out for this one. It's very odd how you figure out what does and doesn't work.
It's hard, and it's hard to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just tail off, especially like come festive season or a holiday break, or you have to plan that in. And if you don't, then you kind of fade off, and then you get a bit like, oh no, cold feet. I need to put something up quick.
Yeah.
It's really hard. So it's like,
I think when you're so embedded in it, like my partner pulled me up on this because I was in a pretty bad mood one day. And when we actually talked about it and boiled it down, it was because I could see YouTube going down.
Yeah.
But like, you're so engrossed in it that you can't not be. Do you know what I mean?
Addiction.
It's like your self-worth is almost attached to this number, which is like really odd. But when you've been in it for so long, it's hard to break these little patterns that you've formed. And it is one for me, and I'm not like proud of it. It's just, it's one of them things. It's just like, I can see it. Oh my God. Like, it's pretty bad.
Especially when your name is the channel.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Zimblake Samson channel.
Yeah. I see it spiral. I just get out of control with it.
Yeah.
Self-worth goes down. It's really bad, dude.
Don't.
It's really bad.
It's bad, don't think. Oh, don't overthink it.
No, exactly. Don't overthink it.
I'm interested.
I do.
and I'm interested to know what people listening or watching think as well. If you've got a spectrum of like stuff that you consume, you watch. We all watch stuff, whatever, on your phone, on your TV, whatever.
Yeah.
At one end of the spectrum, you've got the baby panda falling over. It's a 3-second clip. It's just like instant,
or sneezing.
Like, oh, it's cute. Oh, it's sneezing. Oh, it's cute.
Yeah.
It's very quick, and it's like instant gratification. You want to watch that. You weren't searching for it, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was served to you. You watched it.
Yeah.
The other end of the spectrum, you've got like I'm going to reveal my answer in this. Oppenheimer, right? The movie.
Nice.
3 hours, 2.5 hours long, something around that.
Yeah.
I really want to watch it. I actually haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Because it's so
that
big.
long. Yeah.
So that reveals that on that spectrum, I love films, and I've always loved films, but I can't help, my attention span has over the years been eroded down towards the baby panda, and the most of the stuff I watch is this big. Whether it's probably within, I want to say it's 30 minutes long and it has some value.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the odd 30-minute one, but most of them are 10 or most of them are 8 minutes. Or,
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
would you say both of you fit on that spectrum, just for what you watch?
After you.
Should I go first?
Yeah, please.
Well, I wake up quite early because I like to. Well, I wake up at 6 a.m. because I think this is a good time to just chill and whatever. But this is my time to watch my favorite YouTubers, and they put out content that's an hour and 20 minutes long, and I would sit there for an hour and 20 watching a bloke gut a garage and then make it better.
Yeah.
So it's that I would watch. I think I'm over there.
You're in the middle.
Yeah, because I think
middle hour and 20 is probably bang in the middle.
yeah, it's like
3 hours.
It's like
Yeah.
I would sit there with my cup of tea and I would watch an hour 20 video of a guy getting this bit like a big old barn, gutting it, and then doing it up from scratch. And probably taking him a year.
Yeah.
I think it says a year long to create my
Wow.
favorite barn or whatever.
Okay.
And I would watch it.
And is your average going to get dragged down during the day by baby pandas, or is it going to get pulled up in the evening when you watch a film?
I would watch a film, yeah.
So you think it's going to be...
I watch a series.
So you
it's
think
like
the
30
average
minutes.
is actually above?
I would say mine's above, yeah.
No, that's really
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, good or bad or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, so I've always been a massive podcast fan. So
Yeah, there you go, podcast.
yeah, and if we just talk about watching, you know, like being able to sit down if I see a Rogan or a insert other podcast, the Modern Wisdom,
Yeah.
and Buzz Name podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
but like if I see one of those that I'm really interested in, I will put it in my watch later and I'll look forward to sitting down like you with Oppenheimer and being like, right, I'm going to watch this. But because it's that long, my attention span can't handle it. So I'll
Okay.
also have a bit of Baby Panda.
Oh, yeah. In the between.
During.
Yeah.
During.
And that's really bad. Yeah. So there's that. And then,
I'd love to say I didn't. I do as
Yeah,
well,
do you
yeah.
know what I mean? So
Baby
it's
panda
like-
slides in, yeah.
and it's the same with watching NFL. Like I'm a big, I watch NFL. Those games are 3
you
hours.
watch the highlights, though.
No, I don't. I'll
Do
sit
you
and
not?
watch a full
Good.
game. Yeah.
I watch relentless NBA highlights.
you do, yeah.
They're probably 10 minutes long.
There you go.
Wow.
That's a good indicator. Like the full game, too much.
Mate.
Or is
Yeah,
it
I
just not
can't
enough
watch the
time?
full
I don't
game.
know. Or is it that you're just trying to consume more and you don't need the fluff?
It is not enough time. I feel very guilty if I sit and watch something for longer because I feel like, oh man, you could be, get on with it.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the time, it's valid. I should not be watching anything. I should be doing something. But yeah, it's hard to.
I think winter as well. It's kind of a
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you can give yourself more permission if it's sunny out, and I'm sat watching. There's a YouTuber, a guy who does these long walks, and you're like, well, it's sunny out. I could be doing the thing that
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
romanticizing.
Yeah.
Thinking about. It's like, oh, I could just be out there doing this.
Doing that, yeah.
Yeah. I am.
I think it's
I don't
winter.
do series for that reason though, because I'll also get a bit obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I want to get to the end, so I'll just not sleep.
I pull my average up with series, but I watch series because Georgie, an hour long, like if I look at her attention span, an hour long one is like good for a series. So in the evening we'll just watch an hour.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that probably brings, embarrassingly, it probably brings mine.
Yeah.
Up. Yeah.
I'd love to hear from people what
With an hour.
what theirs is
Yeah.
like.
I don't.
What-
I don't know.
Hopefully you watch the one that's just come out. That's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one.
It
No,
seems
but
like it falls
absolutely will.
perfectly within our.
Yeah.
I'll give it 40 minutes.
The
40
cool
minutes.
thing is with a series, like attention spans, there's so much you can see within a series that's the same, like with an episode, that this is just the same. And I'm actually just cutting steel, welding steel, cutting steel, making mistakes. So the way I like cooking. Wife, I don't really cook much at home, but when I do, I love cooking. So within this series of videos and these build ones, each episode has a cooking segment. So basically, I thought I could split up the build with a cooking segment. So it would kind of just be like, okay, this is a bit of a refresh time. Let's see what he's got to cook. So I cook for all three of us. Whoever's in Martin's workshop at the time, I would cook them lunch if they're there on that certain day. the cooking segment is like I say, it's a break to kind of stop from getting you kind of stuck in watching me welding and stuff. So hopefully that will split up the build. Don't know where I was going with that.
No.
I was going somewhere with that, but it's gone.
Attention spans. It was
attention span. Yeah. So it was like it'll split it. It'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is different.
Yeah.
He's cooking. This is cool. He's cooking smashed burgers, or he's cooking
All this
something.
stuff is so if you so the 40-minute video, is that a conscious effort to make it 40? Could it be 30? Could it be? It could obviously be 3 hours. Probably.
Yeah. No, there's a lot. Yeah. Talk to Leo about that one. It could have been. It was hard
This is
to
an
get that.
thing though, because it's like, what did Clay Porter always say? It's all about the cut. So it's like you could just keep hacking and hacking and hacking and hacking, but there's got to be some middle ground of like, no, we're going to leave these shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And make it.
I think this one was it panned out to be. It's a big one because it was a super long time to build a chassis. Because building a chassis on a trailer, well, building anything chassis-wise in a car, if it's wrong down there, the rest of it's going to be terrible. And then with a trailer, it's all about the balance point on the trailer, because you could put too much on the rear.
Wow, yeah.
And when you take it off the car, it'll just go like this. Or if you put it too much on the front, it's just all on the back of the car, and then your car's, it doesn't work. Or you get the trailer starts to snake down the thing because the weight's not distributed properly. So getting that perfect took so long. Like, we had to make sure it was bang on. If not, you're buggered.
Did you watch any of those videos? They're really cool. They're like simulated
I did.
trailer weighting videos.
Oh, yeah.
With little round weights, and they move them.
They're
and,
so
and they
interesting.
Go, and then they put it in the middle,
Just
and it's like
physics. But like some of the things are a little bit surprising. Like, you wouldn't imagine that making that change would make such a drastic change. So the videos I'm referring to, because we haven't explained it, are like a rolling road and a camera and then a model trailer. And they basically put weights in different places. They put the wheels, the axles in different places. They put the pivot in different places. Sometimes they'll add 4 wheels and see what it does. And they'll try and like work out what
causes the trailer to
the swap
snake.
on.
Swap.
Fishtail, I guess you call it. Yeah. And it's so interesting, isn't it? It's really cool.
So hopefully my trailer doesn't do that.
Fingers crossed.
I've got a couple of follow-up questions that are
they're really good, actually. I just saw your notes.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah,
incredible. But they're going to be after this break.
If I'm being completely honest, my weekday mornings are chaos, Davey. I get up thinking I've got loads of time, and then suddenly I'm out of the door, coffee in hand, realising I've absolutely forgotten to eat anything. That's why I've started keeping HUEL Black Edition ready to drink in the fridge, not here in the studio, which is why I have this visual representation of the HUEL Black.
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, I understand. I understand.
On days when I'm sprinting around, whether it's early meetings, filming, training, or just trying to stay on top of life, which I struggle with, I grab one on the way out. It's a complete meal. I can literally drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I drink it, it's done.
It's delicious.
Yeah, it is. You're getting 35 grams of protein, 26 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners, colours or flavours. It's gluten-free and it actually fills me up for hours. And honestly, at about £3.50 a bottle, it's cheaper than most coffees people grab without thinking.
Oh, thank you, mate. All right, then there's the HUEL Light Ready to Drink, which I've been using slightly differently, okay? This one's perfect for when I want something lighter but still want to be properly nutritious. Maybe mid-afternoon, after or before a ride. I don't want it a heavy meal, but I still need some fuel.
Yeah,
I need fuel for my rides, dude.
I hear
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The HUEL Light is 25 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals, gluten-free, no artificial stuff, and just £3.25 per bottle. It's light on calories, heavy on nutrition, which is exactly what I want when I'm trying to stay consistent without overthinking food. The Black Edition and Light combo has basically become my safety net. RTD when I'm rushing, light when I want something lighter but still dialed. It's taken one big decision off my plate. Literally. See what I did there?
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's quite clever, isn't it?
Hey, throw me that, will you?
Oh yeah, sorry. So you'll go.
Not a problem. If your days are busy and you're trying to build better habits without turning meal prep into a second job, because it can feel like that, right?
Yes.
This makes it stupidly easy. Grab HUEL today using our exclusive offer of £10 off online with our code RIDE at HUEL.com. So that's literally just capitals, RIDE. What is it, Davey?
It's ride at HUEL.com. What is it, Ollie?
Just quite simply, it's RIDE, RIDE, at HUEL.com for a whole £10 off. What is it, Davey?
Okay. Anyway, massive thank you to HUEL for partnering with us and the show. We really appreciate it. Honestly, if you're skipping meals, training harder, just want to eat better without the stress, kick off 2026 with a brand new habit. Hit your nutrition goals. You'll feel better. You'll look better, like us. And what's not to love about that? So big up. Thank you, HUEL. We appreciate you. HUEL.com.
New year, new you. HUEL you. Yeah, Davey?
That was a great ad, Blake.
Nice.
That's
because of Blake and Blake.
Yeah.
Ad Blake, I like
It's
it.
not bad.
You could do ad Blakes.
We could do. Should we? I could.
You should.
I should do it.
Do another diff one.
Yeah. Diff.
Do a different one.
A diff.
Hey.
Yeah, I like it.
We're full of them today. We're firing. All right. So my question was, there's two actually.
Yeah.
There's lots, but these two. Why? There's only two left, so really milk these two out. You know what I mean? Why a trailer?
Why trailer?
Yeah. Why did you choose a trailer of all of the things?
So the intro of that first build episode was my dad, my father, the wise old man. He said, "Why do you bolt everything to your Jeep?" Because in Zimbabwe you had trailers. You had your pickup, your truck, your bucky, whatever, and you had a trailer, camping trailer. You put everything. That's your base camp. So you can use your vehicle to go out on safari or to the shops or go somewhere else to visit some mountain range or whatever, some rock crop, but you leave your camp behind. And when you come back, you don't have to reset it up. And I was like, yeah, well, Dad, I love having everything on my Jeep. You know, everything's there. I've got rooftop tent, my awning, my fridge, my everything's in the back of it. I can just pull up, just everything's there. And he's like, but what happens if you need to go to the shop and get some nappies? This is when I had my first boy. And I was like, yeah, well, make sure we're there for 2 days and you got everything. He's like, no, you don't need that. No. And I was like, oh, whatever, Dad. And then I built a van, thinking I'll build everything inside the van.
Yeah.
And I don't have to sleep outside. I can live in the van. And I did the van thing. And I was like, okay, no, the van thing's
the
not
opposite of what your dad said.
Yeah, I'm doing the complete opposite of my dad. Yeah. I'm doing what every son, daughter would do, would go against the grain. And I did. And then I was like, actually, you know why? To be honest, Dad, you are wise, and yes, you're correct. I need a base camp. Yeah. So that's where the trailer came from. I built a trailer. So the thing the podcast we did with you is I'm building a van, but in Australia they call caravans vans.
Okay.
So
Right.
and I'm a big fan of the Aussie lifestyle, and I follow 4-wheel drive 24/7. Graham, he's a great guy. YouTubers, big YouTube overlanding kind of 4-wheel driving kind of channel. And I follow them religiously and talk about long content. They do long content. But they do loads of caravans, trailer builds, like not builds, but they go out on these. And I've always wanted to buy one of those, but they are so expensive.
Right. Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to build one from scratch because I want to.
Which
So
I
that's
also
why
enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to build a trailer.
It's a unique thing in the UK.
Oh,
don't
there's a few
really
people that
see
there's
them that much.
no,
do
you don't hardly.
Caravans, obviously.
Yeah,
the
or
typical.
like trailer tents. You know, you
Tupperware
got these
mansion.
crazy little white boxes with really narrow.
Hmm.
They're common here, but not as common as you think. But
Yeah.
the camper trailer, the overlanding trailer, is not very common over here. But in Australia and in America, huge.
Yeah.
Huge. I think it's all stem like it's a teardrop. In the States, they're called teardrops. It looks like a teardrop trailer, and they're super old. It's an old concept, but there's a lot of people making them really cool nowadays.
Right.
So, and I thought, yes, I need to build a base camp. I've got 2 boys now. We can park up somewhere, leave the trailer completely set up with, you've got the kitchen in it, you've got your fridge, you've got you can sleep in it, you can sleep on top of it, you can put bikes on it, you can put surfboards on it, you've got a huge awning that can be roomed, 270 awning. You can be roomed, it's got boiler, you got shower, toilet, and you can just leave it and then go off. But then you can take this thing off-road. Like if I want to go to the top of this mountain and sleep up there, I can do that with this off-road caravan.
So this
Whereas
is
nothing-
not only the start of your journey with this channel, but it's also going to be the start of every journey that you do in future.
Yeah,
on
it's
this
like
channel.
it's a tool. Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah,
tool
yeah.
for the channel. So like it will go through as paces up. It'll probably break. Like there are
Yeah.
some people in the comments be like, that weld's gonna crack because of the fatigue on this section, and probably it might do. I hope not, but it probably will. But yeah, so that's
Interesting.
why I built a trailer. It's
Okay.
a base camp for the family, myself, and also cheap accommodation if I go for a shoot somewhere. But I'll probably
A
build
shoot?
another one. Yeah, a shoot, like
Yeah.
another,
Not a,
not a hunting.
no. I
No,
thought
well, you
said,
could
I thought you
do.
said shit.
No, yeah. And I might build another trailer because building trailers is really fun.
Yeah.
I bloody love building trailers. Super fun.
You've kind of answered my second question, but my follow-up question was going to be what happens to it after. Does it go for sale? Do you then
No, yeah.
could it become more of a behind-the-scenes thing of building these trailers for people? Sorry if that's
So,
I'll
no,
have
yeah, no,
one.
my
sorry if
dad.
that's a silly question.
No, it's
but-
not. Yeah, no, it's not silly because my dad says, why don't you get this thing drawn up and you can sell the blueprints and
Yeah.
or you can get someone to build them and do that and sell them. It has crossed my mind, but then it's like it's not something I'd want to do yet. Now, maybe I don't know. I've got lots of other things to do and sit in a
I think you just be
warehouse
I think you
building
might be
trailers.
surprised how many you might get the odd email.
Yeah, well, if
Hey,
that happens,
can I get one, please?
Yeah, yeah.
You
If
know?
that happens, they can commission me, and I'll make a bespoke one. Everything will be bespoke, but
Ride
I think
Companion mobile podcast trailer off road.
no, you can. Now that is something
Now
we
then.
can do. That'll have to be a
Bolt
twin
diesel.
axle. I think I'll build a twin axle.
Look at
one
that
for you.
already. He's on it.
Yeah.
He's on it straight away.
Yeah, because it'll
Yeah.
be more stable when you get into it, and it'll be on air suspension. So if you put it on like some uneven ground, you can like which probably be an update for the trailer somewhere else.
Hell of a video concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you front it, we'll put our name to it.
Yeah. Do it. Yeah, no,
that's
mate.
crazy.
But there's like I love motorbikes.
Yeah.
So there's a series coming out with my brother where I take him out in Wales from north to south. It's a 2-part series, but we love, both of us love adventure motorbikes, but we love mountain biking. So we connected the two together and we go for a ride where we do some of the lanes on motorbikes, like some of the green lanes, byways, whatever you want to call them. And then we go and ride our mountain bikes in some places that my brother doesn't really ride that much of or has done for a while. So chuck him in the deep end.
So again, excuse my ignorance, but if you look at what's happening on the channel, you've got these sort of like build multiple episode features.
Yeah.
But then the mountain bike one in Wales on the motorbikes, is that a single episode?
Yeah. Single episode that
Evergreen, you call it.
yeah.
That's just-
So that will split up this series.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like people are going to get bored.
I see what
I
you're
know
saying.
I probably get bored.
So that's one that's going to drop in the middle.
Yes, it'll split it up. Yeah,
yeah.
and also just help because I can run out. You know, it helps me get ahead with the build because I haven't done episode 4 yet.
Right.
So episode 1's out, 2's already filmed, 3's done.
Mm-hmm.
Leo's editing it at the moment, and there's a few things we need to do. And then 4 will be done now, whilst these are all going out. And the motorbikes will help fuel that because I'm working on
Right.
something else. So I might not be in the country for probably two and a bit weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's.
Can you talk about the partnership you did with the motorbike brand?
Oh yeah. So
insane.
yeah,
So cool.
so that came from Georgia Specialized. So
Oh, right.
yeah, so Neil got hold of her and said, hey, da-da, and he got hold of me. So they approached me to like, oh man, have you got a motorbike license? Because I think they do these things with some ambassador or not ambassadors, like influencers. They like put them through their motorbike license just to promote them and help them get them onto BMWs or promote the brand that way. I was like, no, I've got one, but I've got this idea that you might be interested in, and that's why we went on the motorbike adventure. And they approached, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm a big fan of a GS. I love GSs. I've always liked them.
Yeah.
It's a Honda Africa Twin or the big old GS, like a big old Rhino.
Yeah.
So I love them. Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
they got hold of me, and I said, oh man, this is amazing. So they just provided the motorbike, and I went on an adventure with them. So yeah, which was great.
Really cool.
I still got them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still in my garage. Yeah. Taking up room, but it's good. Yeah.
So when did you do that? When did you actually film it and stuff?
That was done in 2025. Not so long ago, but when we had a massive storm. There was a big old windy storm, and I thought, well, man, this is a write-off. I've spent all this money. My brother and Leo following us around in a car to film it, and I thought I was going to get it all rained off, but it was the wettest ride we've both done on motorbikes. Weirdly, the motorbike was dry, the mountain biking was wet.
Really?
So wet, ridiculously wet. We couldn't even film. I said to Leo, don't take your cameras out because they're going to get ruined. We'll use GoPro and we'll use my iPhone to get everything. GoPro's died. The batteries all died, and because it was so cold, and my phone, you couldn't even touch the screen because the phone was drenched, so you couldn't even touch it. It was raining so much. I was like, okay, cool. We'll just GoPro some bits. Yeah.
How did you connect the bikes onto the motorbikes? You could see on the video there was handlebars.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening here?
So before GMBN, my brother and I went down. I had this crazy idea with Jimmy's Iced Coffee. This crazy idea to go down to Happy Ride in Barcelona at La Poma Bike Park, which is like a jump festival series thing they do at the end of each season. And I said to my brother, I was like, we've always wanted to do this event because it looks cool and the jumps are amazing. So we thought, why don't we ride motorbikes down there? But we got ourselves a budget of £500 to buy a motorbike, do it up as best as we can, and then get ready to go down. And we'll ride through the Pyrenees to get all the way down to Barcelona, and we'll come back through the Pyrenees on the way home just to have, because we like motorbikes, but we like biking. So it all came from that. So with the ones on the BMW, I spent probably 3 weeks scratching my head trying to build 2 bespoke mountain bike racks that will bolt onto these 2 motorbikes, 2 different motorbikes. I got the R12 GS, and my brother was riding the GS 900 adventure bike. So they were totally different way of like manufacturing these crazy mountain bike racks that will be strong enough to withstand off-road the way we ride our bikes, and our mountain bikes are enduro bikes that are a bit heavy, not like a hardtail, because our hardtails were on the first trip we did down to Barcelona. So they were hardtails, they were lightweight bikes, not enduro bikes or trail bikes. No, we got now. So they talk about that. They didn't. Mine cracked. I fixed it. This is a spoiler alert. And my brother's, well, let's just say he just likes to go full gas and doesn't think about it and just goes for it. Yeah. And he destroyed his, but no damage was done to the motorbikes or the mountain bikes, but just to the bike racks. So the last leg. Yeah, there's no mountain bike on the back of his motorbike. Okay. It's on the back of a car.
Fantastic.
But it was all made in my garage. I just love it. I was building the trailer. There was episode 2. I was doing episode 2, and then come back in the evening and do more welding and cutting and working on the motorbike rack, the mountain bike racks for the back of the motorbikes in the evenings till some ungodly hour. But I love it, and I've got an incredible wife that just goes, yep. Cool. And you just see the light flicker in the garage, and that means it's time for bed. She turns it off in the house. Come to bed. Yeah.
Mate, it's so cool.
Yeah, it's building stuff, adventure, and just getting... I just cannot wait for everything to come out. There's a lot going on. Did
you feel a bit of a weight lift when the first one went out?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Was it a bit of like... Oh.
Yeah, and I can feel it more so on Leo as well, because he's doing all the editing. We filmed for 3 months solid, and he hadn't edited anything, so there was a lot of footage in the back end on his computer, and I still need to buy this big old solid state freaking hard drive so I don't clog up his one. So it's like...
Yeah, we just did one of those.
Yeah, I just need to I need to get one for him, so we can put all the footage on there.
That's all the stuff that you don't see.
No. Yeah, there's so much, like camera equipment. Like, which one do we use?
Storage and
storage is the main thing, because like you've spent so much, you've invested so much money and time and effort into clips that's digitalized, and you put it onto your laptop or onto a hard drive or on an SD card. You got to put them somewhere, because that is gold for the future for other things. Like
could be.
You could
That's
be.
what's so annoying. Isn't
Yeah,
it? It's like,
yeah, it could be. Yeah.
It could be the one thing you need, and then you're like,
oh, where
I
is
deleted it?
And it's the way you store it as well. It's like, how are you going to find that clip? So Leo, being part of GMBN, everything is like documented in a certain way that you can just go, okay, it was here. You can search this file number or this file code, and then be like, okay, that was there. This is that day, and then it goes down, and you can see by the day and time stamp on the footage.
Really
so it's like you know where it is.
Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah, so it's like you got to do it right from the start, and then you know, instead of just like, I'll dump it there.
Yeah.
I learned that doing it for myself before GMBN.
Right.
It's like I wanted to know where the clips were, because if I were talking about something over there in another video, I can go in there and go, oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm not the only one as well. I keep the SD cards.
Oh, don't. Ben Deacon.
Yeah, Ben Deacon does it as well. So I've got masking tape. Honestly, this is so stupid. I've got masking tape with Madeira 09 written on it. Yeah. I've just got hundreds of SD cards.
Really?
And it has actually been used. I have used
I'd rather do that than my old tactic, which was just delete it.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I've
don't
really
delete footage.
I find it really hard to delete them.
Yeah,
because I
all
just
gone.
Yeah,
there's such
it's
vivid memories as well,
memories,
especially when it's like a riding one. It's like a ridge line that you remember that ridge line, and you remember how cool it looked, and you remember getting to the bottom, looking at the back of the camera, and being like, "Oh, this is like gold. This is so cool."
Yeah, man, it's
It's almost a similar conversation to the you're watching habits and how long you'll have attention span for. Like how you manage content is the same.
Yeah,
I'm very much like, I've used it, gone.
Yeah,
never to be seen again.
Really?
Delete, even my phone. Take a photo. If I've used it, it's gone. Like never to be seen again. Just gone.
It's a weird thought, isn't it? Because as you go through life, you like naturally you create all these like photographic memories, actual real ones in your reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your life just keeps going. So the file keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then you need more storage. So you're like, iCloud upgrade.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't.
By the time
I want
we're
a
like,
terabyte.
by the time we're 80,
But that's for me and my
Quite
family.
low, you know.
Yeah.
Delete everything.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
No, there's something about keeping old stuff. It might come in handy one day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
it's weird to think memories. How good do you think your memories are of all the things you've done?
I love this question.
Like, what do you think they are? What are they? The memories you have?
We've
Of,
spoken about this before, actually, and it's tripped me out since we first spoke about it.
really?
Yeah, like, is it in there?
What is it? Yeah.
But for example, the drive home last night from being in Milton Keynes. You were there. You've seen it with your eyes.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah,
But you can remember bits.
in your
Oh
subconscious.
yeah, I remember that car, or you know,
You remember
It's in
bit,
there.
or you
Same
remember
from
the thing that you
20 years ago.
like some
in the
things.
cloud.
Literally.
It's in your brain cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's fog.
Man, yeah.
But what is it? What
Yeah.
is it? Is it like a? Because it's not the whole thing. It's a still image, or it's a small section of it. Like in your it's so weird actually to think about it.
And you also create new bits, which didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
So like if you do like any type of that sort of therapy stuff, it'll be a bit of, go back, think about it, and you can get there. You can make, you can create images, but you don't know if they're 100%.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Put
Is it
put
like
it
something
back
like
together.
deja vu? Like you
Oh,
think
deja
you've
vu
done it
is
before,
trippy,
but you
dude.
haven't. Have you thought of doing it? And then
Deja
you're
vu is
doing it,
trippy.
and you're like, I've been here before, but maybe you've already thought of it and created that image before doing it. I don't know.
Do you know?
I think it's a simulation. I'm on that track. I'm all in on simulation these days.
I used to. I weirdly every time I get into a hotel now, I actually, if I'm there for like, obviously this changes. If I'm there for 5 days, let's say, I actually unpack my bag now. I never used to do this. The only reason I do this is because I went on a boat trip with you.
Yep.
And you were organised, and I was rushing through my thing.
Mine was all in the shelves.
Yeah, and I was like rummaging through my bag. And it's a tiny space. It's in a boat, the hull of a boat, and we're trying to like. And
We were porpoise
my life
hunting,
was
we were.
Porpoise
rubbish.
Hunter, iconic video.
Yeah. Whereas Blake's like, I need another T-shirt. There it is. It's off the shelf, and ever since I did it on that trip. I organised everything, and then ever since I've been like, actually, when you're there for 5 days, you can actually make your life easier. You can make like a home from home, and it's a sensible thing. And I think about it every time. But then, like, what is the memory?
Yeah.
What actually am I thinking about?
Yeah, mate.
Interesting, isn't it?
I know it happened. It
Yeah.
definitely did happen.
Yeah.
You can verify, right?
Yep.
Ollie's messy, Blake's neat.
I can remember.
Ollie
yeah.
becomes neat. He makes
Porpoise
life
hunt.
easier.
Yeah.
Porpoise hunter definitely
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Was
yeah.
that, what do they call it?
Iconic.
What do you call it when you've got a cluttered mind, or cluttered life, cluttered mind, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
makes
like
sense.
if you've got real messy. It's like my garage. Here's an example. If I have if my garage or workshop is like completely messed up, I won't get in there. I can't be asked.
No, I'm saying,
It's just not a right good place to be. It's like, why is it messy? I
has
don't
to
wanna
be
go
at a
in.
level, doesn't it?
Yeah, so like
That's-
as soon as I tidy it up and it's all nice and clean, I can see my surfaces. I can go in there and go,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can be more productive.
Same with working.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Desk, laptop.
Yeah, you're
It has
like
to be
your desktop,
yeah.
your
What is it they
desktop
say
and your laptop.
you can't criticize the world with a messy bedroom. Something like that is a
Oh, yeah.
quote.
I always
Yeah.
have to make the bed now.
Yeah.
All these things you like gradually become part of you, don't they?
Yeah.
I remember seeing Casey Neistat's office. Have you seen that?
Oh,
that
yeah.
place, and
Yeah.
he labels everything.
Yeah.
and I really liked that. And then I started
Yeah.
doing it, and now I do.
No,
that.
it's good, isn't
So
it?
It looks messy, but everything actually has its place. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
You just drill a screw in, hang something on it,
Yeah.
put a little thing.
Yeah,
You're happy.
for me there has to be a place for something. Then I know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned on the first time you came on here about Burnout
Oh yeah.
and how a project that you did at GMBN, the van build, I think it was
Yep.
well,
Oh,
created Burnout.
it did.
How are you going to manage that?
Or with this.
Yeah.
That's a
Because
good
now
question.
You.
Yeah, I feel like it's the position I'm in is not in a position where I have to rush something, focus on something, and then go and focus on something else. And it's not like, whereas the van was, I had to get it done in a certain time point, and I couldn't do it, and I kept getting dragged away. For me,
Right.
if I start something, I have to finish it. It's really hard for me to start something and then go and do something else and then come back to it and go, okay, where was I? I think it's something to do with me. It's like I have to finish it. I get really stressed out if I don't. And I think by doing that van, it was a point where I couldn't finish it I couldn't stick with it because I had to go and do other things. Whereas
Right.
now, I wouldn't say I've got burnout. I'm nowhere near where I am. It's just I'm fully focused on doing this trailer and that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
But then there is a point where, okay, I'm a bit fed up with doing it. I create my own ways of changing my routine or whatever. I can be like, okay, I want to go and work on the motorbike thing, that motorbike trip. So I had to go and work on that because
Right.
I wanted to get that done with my brother.
Yeah.
And I know it'll make it better for me to go back to the trailer because I haven't been working on the trailer now for probably 3 weeks.
Really?
Life happens.
Yeah.
Festive times. You got holiday. I went over to the Isle of Wight for a week, and I had Jen's parents over for a week, and then now we've got a week of editing and creating and working with you guys. And I can go and ride my bicycle now because I've got time. And then I'm back into the trailer, and I cannot wait to go back in the shed to go and finish this build.
Yeah.
So I feel now I am not in that state of mind where I have to just constantly push and grind because I know I need to get 4 videos done for next week or for the channel for GMBN. I have to go and do this, and this, but then I'm going to come back and be with the family, and then I'm going to go on a holiday, or I'm going to go on a sunshine shoot and then come back and then do the van till some ungodly hour because I have to, because that's the only time I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm getting in the neck from the wife, and that's where the whole burnout happened.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, okay, yes, there's some points with the trailer where I was like staying there till about 7 or 8 o'clock was the latest. I was like, we don't want to do this all the time because this brings back memories. I've been in this garage till like 3 a.m. and then getting home for 4, waking up at 6, and then go and do a how-to. I don't want to be doing that.
No.
And I don't think I will be doing that because I don't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's...
That's a warning sign.
Yeah, exactly. I think with the van and stuff, and I've kind of learned where the point is and where, okay, stop. Because where I was in that point, I took a pic, like I think I said it, I took a picture of myself when I was sat on the sofa, and there was no one there because Jen was like, I'm going to leave you we not leave me forever, but I'm going to take the boys and we're going to go visit some family, just have a chill. And that's where I found myself. Oh man, I found myself like broken down, like my whole family had disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, let me take a picture now. I don't know why, I just took a picture and I was like, don't want to be here. So I kind of know where those are, where those signs are. It's it is horrible.
We were talking about it earlier this morning, not to mention any names, but you can see it in people when they're really stressed, really burnt out. Like it's something that I've only just started through various things that I've got interested in, away from normality, I guess, like normal stuff, of like seeing it on somebody where you can see it. You're like, oh, that guy's like really burnt out and stressed and not sleeping, and it's like, and I think other people see it too. Actually,
I can see it. There's a few people. I think just before Christmas, some close friends. I was like, "What? I can make this."
Yeah, there's an energy.
I was like, "Yeah, I
can."
can." And I said to him, "I was like, if you want to chat, don't come. Let's go. Let's just talk. Don't even talk about it. Let's just talk.
Yeah,
just vent." And he did. He was venting.
Yeah,
very close
friend. You can
friend.
pick it up.
Yeah, yeah, you can see it.
Sort of designed for, and it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're doing your dream job and you've got this channel that's providing all this money. That almost makes it worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or more likely, you've always got to stay on top of it. I feel like I've never experienced what it would be like to be one of these big YouTubers. But imagine just sort of knowing that you've got the potential to earn all that money and have and continue your career, this dream job. It's not making you happy, but you've got this potential to do it. You can see how it happens. But I think the path that you've chosen is very good because it's something you're so passionate and interested in. Yeah. And I do love that about...
and it's been a bit diverse as well. I think if you're on the same thing, you kind of get bored of it. Well, not bored, you get tired of it. I wouldn't say you get bored because you like it. But
the content is around... obviously, there's a lot behind the scenes that's going on first, but like it's about escape. It's about being outdoors. Yeah. It's all the things that should make you feel
good.
Yeah. So hopefully,
which is also quite scary for me because this, which I don't want it to become, is why don't you turn your hobby into a job and it won't feel like a job? It's like mountain biking was a hobby, and I really wanted to be, I wanted to get sponsored. I wanted to do it as a job, and you get to the point where you're like, I'm actually doing this for a job, but I don't want to go ride my bike. But I have to go ride my bike, or I have to go and do these shows, or I have to go and do this contest, or I have to do this, or this video segment. I think the video segments were before, when I was doing it too much, was like, well, I absolutely love gym. Like I absolutely love doing, video content. But then that gets to a point where you're like, I don't want to do this now. Yeah. But I have to. What you're saying is like you have to because you think this is going to be good. So it's a hard thing, like turning the outdoors into my passion, and then now that will be ending up like, oh, no, I have to go up this probably dirt track again with my Jeep, or reverse back down, or camping, or I'm gonna cook this again. That probably will happen.
I feel like we need to do a disclaimer. There's no violins here. But there is a reality to filming that is a bit different to what you see, and it's fine. It's fine. Everyone accepts it. But like sometimes you'll watch something that looks an absolute hoot. But the reality of it is really it can be really monotonous. And I know it's still really good, but like you can you really mix something that's fun with something that's not fun. You do it in a not fun way. You can. I'm not saying every shoot's like it. You never know when it's going to happen. But like, I think. I can definitely see it. It's why I've got maximum respect for people that can put out this, like Pilg, for instance. He's such a beast, man, because to do that like twice a week, right?
Wait, 3 now, isn't it?
2 or 3 a week.
Yeah,
is
so he's
insane,
doing 1 on his main channel and 2 on his other channel. I think,
And you know what? It's like pure fun. Isn't it? His thing is fun. Yeah, it's like it's actually really difficult. When was the last time you had fun, like completely carefree fun, like silly fun? Getting a trolley, roll down a hill, whatever it is, like that is what Pilg's making his career out of, and he's doing it over and over again. And it's raining and it's Wednesday, and he gets up and he goes, right, put me in the trolley and let's roll down the hill, or whatever it is. It's a stupid example because he's still one of the best bike riders. He's a 1%er. He's incredible. I'm not
100%.
To be motivated to do it, and again, there's no violins because he does very well from it, and he's amazing. But that level of like energy that takes is
and creativity.
Yes.
You got to keep doing it. It's easy to sit and watch and be like, I could do that. I could do that. Well, actually, it's not with Pil quite often because even when he's doing something really stupid, it's still
Like,
insanely
really
hard.
impressive.
Flipping a steering wheel bike.
Yeah,
or,
don't.
Yeah.
But I think...
Like you said, there is a reality going on behind the scenes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
You know, we've all got stuff going on, haven't we? I'm sure Sam goes through things where he's like, I
Yeah.
really could do without this today. I've got to go do X thing.
Yeah.
But no, the internet's a thirsty beast.
Yeah. And
The steering wheel bike needs to be flipped.
Yeah.
Someone's got to flip it.
Yeah, it might as well be him.
Might as well be him. It's true though, man. It really is. I really went through it with when I started, not the podcast, but like the distribution company that was originally the podcast. Turned my hobby into a job. You know, was into mountain biking. Was like, I'm going to start.
I just thought
Pretty
that.
good. Jobby's not bad.
Jobby.
That's all right.
Jobby.
Yeah, a
Hobby.
jobby.
Yeah, jobby.
Jobby.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, thanks,
Or a
man.
hob.
Yeah.
Or a hob.
But there is one of them.
Yeah,
It is true. Jobby.
Jobby.
There is a jobby.
Let's stick with Jobby.
Yeah, jobby.
Oh, there is a Jobby.
Yeah, there is a jobby.
Is there a jobby?
It'll go in the merch
Probably.
maybe pile.
Yeah.
But yeah, I turned it into this. I started a distribution company, and all of a sudden, the hobby that I loved doing at first was like, I'm getting bike shops. It's like really cool. I'm talking about my hobby, and then it became like I'm really stressed financially, really up against it.
Yeah.
And the weekends had come around, and I didn't ever want to see a bike again. Ever. I never wanted to see it. At 5 years, I didn't even touch one.
Really?
Because all week was that was it. It was just in bike shops.
Yeah.
Talking about bikes.
Yeah.
The stress of my life was coming from bikes because of financial stuff and whatnot. And it was like lockdown. It was like, took the brakes off a little bit, put the brakes on, sorry.
Yeah.
And was like, actually, I've got time to go for a bike ride.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's actually quite nice.
This
like,
is exactly what's happening to me.
yeah, there you go.
Just
Yeah.
like people ask me like, do you go riding on the weekend when I'm working at GMBN? It's like, do you go on the weekend? No. No, I don't go. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't ride bikes on the weekend. It was like literally a job. Ride in the week, film. Bloody loved it. But I didn't want to see it for 2 days and then back on it. But now, loving it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
I've seen.
I have rules like I have rules that I have to do a certain number of fun ones.
Yeah.
Before I film another one.
Okay,
because
yeah.
otherwise you can just lose it. If you like you're saying, it doesn't come as a surprise that biking becomes less fun when you're essentially riding on your own the whole time with a camera
Constantly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then comes to the weekend and you probably forget that actually it's really fun when it's with the right people and the place.
Like the other day, I stumbled along Sam Pilgrim at Wind Hill.
No
Did you?
way, there you
Yep.
go.
I was like, I literally ran up to him like I was a big fanboy and gave him the biggest hug. Like I was so giddy. I was like, man, I haven't seen you for so long. Gave him the big hug, and then he was doing some filming. And I waited for it, and then we did a few laps. Yeah, he was.
Of course
yeah.
he was doing some
Yes,
filming.
yeah.
He went
and
off
I
for
was on the
shopping,
other
Charlie.
side. Yeah. I was on the other side going, I don't have to film or talk, and I let him be. I did some laps on my own, and then he was like, do you want to do some laps? And did some laps.
Following the bed bike.
Following the bed bike, yeah. His brother was there.
dear.
But it was good, yeah. Biking's great.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you found your love for it again.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
good.
you can see why, man. Like, and again, no violins, but anything if you do it 5 days a week.
Oh, yeah.
In the wet, in the cold, in the whatever, gets tedious. Like it loses its fun a little bit. It's been it's a huge thing for me now. Like I need it in my life. Like I need it, but it has to be fun. That's my little caveat all the time.
Yep.
If it's not fun, I'm not doing it.
No,
Because I don't want to feel like that ever again.
Yeah.
Fun's got a bad rep. People make out like fun is like
Fun's got a bad.
You're just on your bike, that's
good
fun.
merch.
yeah, you're just trying to have fun. Stop trying to have fun all the time.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, maybe I'm out of my depth here, but what's the point?
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
It
has
It's
to
not.
be, yeah.
It's not a thing that's just a little extra. Like, he wants to have some fun. It's actually should be at the very core of you.
Yeah.
Having fun should be at the core of you. We've lost that a little bit.
Yeah.
Second.
Contests, not fun.
Not fun.
No.
No?
No.
Fun.
I think that's where I got. That's where I stopped. As soon as contest, not fun. Not doing it.
Contest not
No
fun.
fun.
For me,
No fun.
but contest maybe.
It was fun, but not fun anymore. Yeah.
Let's do a quick ad break, shall we?
Yeah, let's.
Tried to tee it up better, didn't manage it, but we're going into one anyway.
Nice. What's that?
Don't know.
Feedback.
Nice.
Any good?
Yeah, it's good.
Hey, a lot of people might
it.
be, they're not going to be instantly like, oh, I know what that is.
Yep.
But what we're talking about here is a silent monster.
Ooh, a silent monster.
It really is. If you look around the World Cup pits, you check out what the fastest bikes in the world are stood up on.
Yes.
With crowds of people looking at. What are they looking at, Davey?
They're going to be looking at Feedback Sports products.
They are.
And if you look in the toolboxes of World Cup mechanics, what are you going to see?
Feedback Sports
That
tools.
iconic red. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you one thing you're not going to do. Well, you could, but you're much less likely to.
Yeah.
Round off bolts with some of these.
Mate, my speciality. This is going to prevent that, is it?
It's over. It's
dream.
over, dude.
Mate,
it's
the
over.
dream.
Mate, this is like Christmas, isn't it? I absolutely love tools, and these are just the finest.
Yes.
I'm opening up right now as we speak. The modular T-handle kit.
And I like when we do our ads like this, right?
Yeah.
This stuff literally just came.
Oh, man,
it's
look
still
at it.
in boxes. So Feedback Sports sent us a lovely package of all of their top tools so that we can see them,
So
look at them, talk about them.
So are these the top sellers? So these are the ones
Yeah.
that basically every bike shop owns, or every
Exactly.
serious mechanic.
Serious mechanic, yeah.
This
exactly.
isn't just for, this isn't for someone who just sort of like hacks about with a bike. These are proper tools, man.
Yeah, 100%.
so nice.
Right, okay, so first of all, go to me, my camera. Look what the Marin is on. It's on the brand new Feedback stand. All right, this one, let me tell you, Ollie, a little bit more about this portable stand, this one.
Yeah.
We're going to get the e-bike one, but we'll get that one maybe another time.
Yeah,
this
please.
is the Pro Mechanic HD stand.
Yeah.
Look at it. I love that red. I love the finish. It's like a matte finish on it.
Yeah.
All of the quick release things work so beautifully well. It is tricky.
Before we put that bike in your frame in the stand,
Yeah.
we actually attached your lower leg in the stand, didn't
Yeah,
we? Did
yeah.
it have a problem holding you up?
None at all.
None at all.
You could put anything or anyone in there.
If you actually look at the size of the legs on the thing,
Yeah.
it is proper, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sturdy, mate.
Really amazingly machined as well.
And
Everything
all right, you
slides
can get
together
them
nice.
from insert supermarket middle aisle, but they ain't going to be like that.
It's not the same, man.
It's not the same, dude. It's different levels, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What else? So what have you got there? What's that you're looking at?
Over here, I've got the modular T-handle kit. That's not got just hex keys. That's also got Torx keys and wrenches as well. The cool thing about this is it comes in this tool roll. It's got everything you need. It truly does for a modern mountain bike or EMTB.
Nice.
And not only that, you can take it apart, put it back in the roll, and you've then got a spanner set as well. Each of these is separate. So... or wrench set, let's say. I think that's deliberate. I hope I haven't just highlighted something that is completely not.
No, it's wrench because these guys are based out of Golden, Colorado.
Oh,
So they're going to be using cooler words than what we'd normally
That's
use. you know
true.
what I
That's
mean?
true. Is that where it is? Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado, yeah. I've got, look at this. This is the Team Edition toolkit.
Oh, mate, you've struck gold there, haven't you? Christmas has come late, but very.
It really has. Look, I've just opened the seal.
What's that got in him?
All right.
This is
have a look.
literally another. This is an unboxing on the show.
Yeah, this is an unboxing on the show.
Oh, mate, this
actually,
is
it's
so
still
exciting.
in the cellophane. Look, oh, mate, look at it.
Tools goes in the same category as stationery for me.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like something that I'm absolutely,
It's like waterproof.
Oh, that is nice.
That is trick.
I would say you're World Cup ready, Davey, but I don't think you are, mate. I've seen how you look after your bikes.
I'm riding.
You'd certainly get the job, though, with a toolkit like that.
Mate,
Look at it.
If I showed up with that to the pits,
Yeah, I mean, you got everything you need.
you're getting hired, aren't you? Do you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Do you want me to read off some of what's in here?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, what we got? Let's have a look. I was hoping it'd be there. It's got the features. Here we go. 26 functions from 20 professional grade bicycle specific tools. Ergonomic, overmolded, file tread grips for precision, comfort and style. Okay, we've got Allen wrenches, 2 up to 6 mil, of course. Torx wrenches, T25 up to T30. 6 and 8 mil L-handle Allen wrenches. Magnetic tip screwdrivers, love that lovely feature. Shimano crank cap tool, pedal wrench, axle nut bolt, 50mm bolt on axle nut tool, steel core tyre levers, nice touch. Fed up of snapping tyre levers, trying to put tyres on, you know what I mean?
You're not snapping
Valve
nose.
extender wrench, valve core tools, rotor truing tools, precision chain pin prep. Mate, basically it's got everything.
It really does, doesn't it?
You can open a bike shop. Davy's Bikes.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, they really are used everywhere, and sometimes don't get the recognition. Like, people don't know, do they? They're all, every bike shop. They're just the best
staple.
tools.
They are, mate. They are the best tools. I mean, look at them. All right. So if you want to learn more, okay, we haven't necessarily even got a discount or anything. We're just telling you about them because we think that you need to know about them. You can head to your local bike shop wherever you live in and around the UK, Europe, America, wherever you live. Head to your local bike shop. Ask for Feedback Sports, and if they ain't got them, then tell them to go on feedbacksports.com and have a look. In the UK, it's distributed by Saddleback. So if your local bike shop stocks some of their stuff, Saddleback's going to have it. Oh,
I'm making just ASMR noises at how nicely engineered all of these tools are.
That's lovely.
You like that?
Yeah, that's
Can
really
you hear
nice. I can.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. So yeah, mate, good tools.
Oh, hyped to have them on board, dude.
The best tools. Feedback Sports. Thank you, Feedback Sports. We appreciate you. Looking forward to giving some of this stuff a go and getting more content out using some of the tools, doing some different ads, telling you about maybe some specific ones throughout the next. I think they're with us for the whole year, mates. That's nice, isn't it?
Brilliant.
No excuses for things being broken, bike not fixed. Got a whole year riding ahead of us. Thanks to Feedback Sports.
It's the year of the fix. Thanks, Feedback.
Cheers, Feedback.
Davey.
Ollie.
It's the ad break, but I've still got some questions for
Okay,
you.
sure.
Okay?
Yeah,
is that all right? Can I go through them?
Yeah, of course. What you got?
Have you ever had mud in your eye?
Oh, of course.
Have you ever had mud on your glasses or goggles?
I unfortunately have, yes.
Have you even had mud on the lens of your GoPro?
It ruins clips.
It really does, doesn't
It's
it?
so annoying.
Well, I've actually realised recently that all of the above are totally avoidable with one simple step. Mudhugger!
All right, mate. Now the secret's out about Mudhugger. I use the Mudhugger bolt-on long, and it's the easiest way to improve your winter rides, all right? In fact, it actually improves your rides beyond this deep, treacherous winter, as one thing you can bet on is that we will always find puddles or loose dirt wherever we ride our mountain bikes, especially in the UK.
You're not wrong about that. Actually, doing this ad, I found out a thing that I didn't know about Mudhugger, which makes me like it even more.
Oh.
Even more than keeping the mud out of my eyes.
Hey, you ever had snow in your eye?
I've actually had. Is this time for this? Why not? I've actually had dog poo in my eye with maggots on. That really happened in my life. Yeah.
And this is going to stop that.
I wish I had a Mudhugger back then. I really do.
It changed its colour, didn't it? No, go on, Cara.
I found out
Yeah.
that this is made in the UK and it's made from recyclable plastic. That makes it infinitely cool, doesn't it?
That is really, really cool. I have been noticing for a long time it's used by some of the world's fastest downhill riders.
Yeah.
Not just us.
No, it's not just
Bruni.
us. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Berniker uses one all the time. There's
Berniker's
loads of
got
people.
quite nice graphics on his as well, I noticed. It's quite cool. Yeah.
Yes.
There's various bolt-on options for most forks, and then there's also this. This is the classic. This is like the zip tie version, the
Yes.
Mudhugger Evo zip tie.
Yes.
Which, to be honest, used for years. But the bolt-on version is really nice, isn't it? It's really clean looking.
It is really clean looking. Now, this is one of those products that you probably just, well, you know you need it, but it's one of those things you probably just keep putting off.
Absolutely.
You're riding around, you're squinting, you've got maggots in your eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got water, snow, all of the UK conditions are in your face.
Right now, they really are.
They're
aren't
really in your face.
Yeah.
But you just probably need a little bit of a kick up the old Mudhugger to get one, right? So,
I agree.
How about we give the companionship a discount?
We are quite good at this.
We are good at this.
We're kind to you.
got a
That's
discount.
right. We've got a discount code, and it is lowercase the Ride Companion 10 numbers 10 at themudhugger.co.uk. What's that, Davey?
At themudhugger.co.uk.
So that's lowercase the Ride Companion 10 numbers 10, all without any spaces. And what does that give us?
That is going to give you 10% off everything on site.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty cool,
And
man.
when we say everything, the mud doesn't stop at the front end.
No.
Let's be honest. As seen in this clip featuring none other than TRC alumni Win Masters, the Mudhugger rear is also available. And it leaves you squeaky clean after even the most miserable ride. And I just went on a really miserable ride with Win.
Yep.
And he was honestly annoyingly clean.
That is annoying. He just hopped
Yeah.
in the van straight after, right?
He literally did, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even bother looking. He just jumped straight in.
It is cool.
Yeah.
And it saves your washing machine. So think how much money that can save further down the line.
Actually, so much.
Yeah, not just from cataracts or whatever you've
No,
ended up with.
Exactly. I need the rear, honestly, because
Yeah.
currently I've got a pile of clothes outside my house. I couldn't be bothered to clean the dirt off before I put it in the washing
There you
machine.
go. Simple piece of plastic made in Wales that's made from recyclable material is the choice.
That's right. You're only one code away from getting yourself kitted out for the winter. The Ride Companion 10, once again, is the discount code. Get yourself one for 10% off at themudhugger.co.uk.
At themudhugger.co.uk.
That's right, Davey, at themudhugger.co.uk.
Cheers, Mudhugger. Back in.
We're back.
The diff is now sold.
I wish.
No, yeah.
Slide into
all
my
right.
DMs if you want.
There's one
one.
thing I wanted to hit the DMs. Okay, one thing I wanted to ask you, and we don't have to get into the specifics of the figures and stuff, but you worked at GMBN, obviously,
Yep.
Play Sports Network, huge channel,
Yeah.
probably driving a lot of revenue. How are you managing? How are you going to keep? Like, okay, how do I word it? Sorry, it's easy to get blinded by the lights when you see something that big with those figures probably attached to it.
Yeah.
The reality is probably going to be a lot harder running your own channel. How financially does this all work? Without getting into that specific, I know it's a kooky question.
No.
No, it's a great question, Dave.
It's
You're spending a lot. Yeah,
spending a lot.
yeah.
Not making a huge lot. Family and friends. Actually, just family, not friends. Family.
Nice.
And the support of the two brand partners you guys is Works Power Tools and Jimmy's Ice Coffee are the
Right.
ones
And
that
diff.
and the diff. Yeah, I still haven't sold that.
They're really
damn
banking
diff.
on that diff.
Yeah, God, who wants
It's
to
actually
buy
going to go to
Grand
auction
Vitara
now.
diff? Rear diff. It's very good.
Silent
It's-
auction.
Yeah, yeah.
Just do it in the comments. How
Yeah.
much you offering for the diff?
There's no axle. It's just a diff. It was those two brands that have helped get through this tough time. I wouldn't say it's tough. It's like it's
It's the start of a
it's
business.
uncertain. It's
literally the start of a
uncertain.
business.
true.
It's starting a business. Yeah. So
Speculate
I'm,
to accumulate.
yeah. So I'm literally investing everything back into the content,
Yeah.
and I'm literally just trying to scrape by, pay mortgage and just food, and then the rest is just into the back into the channel. Poor Leo's been incredible. He's been unreal. Without him, big shout out to him because he is basically one of the strongest links in this whole process because it's content. I'm filming content. I want it to be great. I don't want it to be like filmed on a potato and then everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to watch this because it's terrible. It's not like this. It's not getting the right point across. It's not filmed right, blah, blah. So it needs to be, that's why
Needs
the
to be
video.
proper.
Yeah. And I want to come out meaning, I mean business. Like I don't want to not come out punching. I want to come, because GMBN's been great. They put out some incredible content. So I got to try and match it. Or even, match it or better it.
Yeah.
So that's why so it is hard. So yeah, it's just, the money side is scary. Like at some point I was
But
like,
it's the
Mum,
reality.
Dad, this.
It is literally the reality of it all.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately,
it is. Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah. But it'll hopefully pay dividends in the future, and that will help. And because I'm
You've
so
got
passionate about
other
it.
partners, right? Because from your previously just doing just biking, you've got one set of forks, a shock. Normally they're linked. You've got the handlebars, you've got the frame, you've got, it's really limited as to how many partnerships you can do with brands that are like actually on your bike.
Yeah,
Whereas now it goes much further than that, right?
yeah.
So-
So it's more because I'm looking. Like I've said, being diverse. I'm looking at other industries, the ones that I'm like super interested in, like 4-wheel drives. They come with their own sort of industry, and then you've got the overlanding, the camping side. That's their own industry.
You've got partnerships there, right?
Partnerships. I'm talking.
Okay,
They've
cool,
got some,
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
some good partners that I'm going to be hopefully working with. So Dometic, Frontrunner. I've been a huge fan of Frontrunner. Frontrunner Outfitters. They're a South African brand who outfit overlanding vehicles, camping vehicles. They do roof racks, and their main selling point for me right at the beginning, because I really like Jeep Wranglers, love Jeeps. They had a roof rack that goes on this Jeep Wrangler JK. It was a 4-door, and they picked the whole Jeep up from the roof rack. So they strapped a crane straps, lifted it up with a crane, with a Jeep underneath, just dangling from the roof rack. And I was like, holy crap, I want that roof rack. I want that roof rack. Yeah. So I've been talking with them.
Yeah, because
they've
I saw
helped
your
supply stuff.
I
Yeah.
saw your truck at Kendall Mountain Festival. It was on the display. It had all of the accessories on, and it really like blew me away. I was like, wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was good going to that.
Because there's other brands right within this.
So
sort of
Dometic own Frontrunner Outfitters. So Dometic own Frontrunner Outfitters. They own Kadak, which is a camping equipment stuff. So I'm a big fan of Kadak because it's another South African brand I love, and we used to have them in Zimbabwe. So why not bring the passion of there back with me here? So I'm working with them. So hopefully with that entail would be another brand partner for the channel, and we can push that. So I'm going to one of their meets in May in South Germany, which is just camping out. I've never been. I got invited last year, couldn't go because of the situation I was in. But this year, yeah, I'm going to go to one of their meets.
All of the motorhome camping companies are all in the same area, on almost the same industrial estate.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. I used to go there quite a bit, pick stuff up. So like, have you heard of Remo? REIMEO? They own like loads of brands as well.
Yeah.
They're all on an industrial estate.
Oh,
It's really
wow.
cool. It's kind of like California Moto. Like everyone's in this same
area. Yeah.
same area. You can
Okay.
just go see all the different brands. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
So yeah, there's I'm working on other industries to bring in, because I like doing that as well.
Yeah.
And I like doing this.
And I think it seems like the proof's going to be in the pudding. Like all of these conversations are great, aren't they, to have? And again, trust compounds. No doubt they believe in you. When you've got a video to show them and go,
Exactly.
imagine your brand in this. Like,
Yeah.
It just kind of just does the work.
Which was
for you, doesn't it?
for me, like, it was a hard sale for me to try and sell, because it was like, I'm talking about something that will be, that I'm going to be working on, but they can't see it. I can see the end already. I literally can see what's going to happen over there. In a year's time, I know where I'm hopefully going to be.
Yeah.
But to try and sell that vision to a brand that's got trust, but they're like, we don't want to put our money there because we don't know if it's going to work, sort of thing. It's like a big gamble for them. Whereas, Works Power Tools and Jimmy's Iced Coffee worked with them before. They like trust. They can see it and okay, yeah, we will invest, and they will do that. So there's a few brands that I've approached, and they're like, yeah, okay, we'll give you some stuff. He has help you through, and which is a big appreciation, because it helps cut the cost on certain things.
Of course.
Like the power system in the trailer will be Atom ESS, which is a UK brand, but it's based in China. They're a power bank, and they're local near me in Gloucestershire. So they are going to help support the powering of this whole trailer build. So that will be in episode 5, I think. That will be coming out. So these are all the brands that are like, yeah, we'll help. We haven't got any, we don't know what it's going to be like, but you can have this, which is also a cut cost from me, which is great.
Yeah, for
also
sure.
helps him out. But yeah,
Nice.
Hopefully with all this footage comes out and we start doing stuff, then I can approach and be like, hey, we've done this. This is what it's like. We'll show them the intro video and go, hey, Tent Box, look, this is done. We've got this on here.
Yeah.
Even though they've supplied that. And
it's super exciting. Like, as we speak right now, or as this is launched, we'll have the trailer out that we've all watched, and is done amazingly well as well.
It's done incredibly well. Yeah, it's big love to everyone who's
and we'll have
support.
episode 1
Episode 1, yeah. Episode 1 is out.
Hype to watch it.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, goosebumps.
Really
It's
am.
really good. Oh, thanks. It's just, yeah, I can't wait to share. I said to Lee, I just want to get it all out. Just show everyone. And he was like, no, then we'll have to film loads more stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but there's just good fun. Yeah.
God, mate, it's wicked. It's wicked to see you so excited about it, and
Yeah, it really is.
It's contagious.
Yeah,
as is your enthusiasm generally when you watch Blake Samson. I would say, yeah.
Agreed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Agreed, totally. You mentioned Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Good pronunciation? Bad
Zimbabwe, yeah,
pronunciation?
no, it's
It's
Zimbabwe,
okay.
yeah, it's good.
It's okay.
Really good.
Yeah, 6 out of 10.
6 is all right.
Yeah.
Any plans to go back?
Yes, there is plans to go back. Yeah, I am in the process of talking with a cool guy. His name's Zach. He said he's sat on a treasure trove of trails, which is exciting.
It does sound
Which
exciting.
is exciting.
What kind of trails? Bike trails is a valid question. Bike
Yeah, no,
trails,
bike
motorbike
trails.
trails, or off-road vehicle trails?
Both.
Oh
Both.
my
Yeah, there's a bit of
goodness.
both going
Dream.
on. Yeah.
All kinds of treasure.
But it's yeah, bit of gold treasure. Yeah, we're in the
Gold-looking
process
trail.
of talking that. Yeah, a process of talking to try and get out there.
So back to
Hopefully,
Zim.
back to Zim
You've been
There's-
back before.
twice since 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went back for a wedding, and I went
You were
back
born there?
for born there. Yeah, born, bred on a farm kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, farm kid till I moved off of the farm into a first world country where it was an absolute culture shock. It's
Yeah.
nuts. That was nuts.
What, coming here?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
It's
I didn't
like-
know that about you.
Yeah, no, I was.
That's one thing we didn't talk about in the first episode.
Nice.
We did.
Did we?
Kinda, yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we did.
But
I was
no,
going to say, you should refer to the first.
It was a huge culture shock.
right.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing ever. Like, for a start, my throat was burning, breathing in this cold air. My nose was on fire. Never
Really, yeah.
I moved in January. It was
Never
like
even think of that, would
No.
you?
we got out of London Gatwick, walked out. We got coats that we got from the flea market over there because you don't really buy these puffer jackets. Never had a puffer jacket or a jacket with that much stuff in it. Bought them at a flea market over there. Came over here, walked out of the airport with the suitcase that we left the country with. All 5 of us. All 5 of us had a suitcase each with the stuff, our belongings, clothing.
Yeah, yeah.
That was it. Because we got kicked out. Well, we had to vacate.
Yeah.
But yeah, breathing in this cold air, I was like, whoa, mum, dad, my nose is on fire. This is so cold. And there was ice and yeah, never experienced it.
Jeez.
So farm kid, just in the bush,
Yeah.
driving tractors, motorbikes, doing stuff, hunting, doing that sort of thing to you're in England.
City guy.
Yeah. Yeah, a townie. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, that was
That's
yeah.
cool.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
cool.
Zimbabwe, going
Yeah.
back, hopefully.
Hyped.
If we're gonna go and visit, hopefully be there for a couple of weeks. Hence why I say we're gonna plan some footage. Hopefully this will kick off and we can do it. We're gonna head out there, do a documentary on a few things. Hopefully walk with white rhinos, do a documentary with that, and then we're gonna go over to the east side of the country where I'm from,
Okay.
visit some family, the east side,
East side.
and then go to it's a place called Hondi Valley, which is like a tea plantation place, and it is incredible. It's beautiful.
Really,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's beautiful. I've been there twice. You go to a place called Aberfoyle, and it's just waterfalls and it's incredible. And then climb. I've never done it. Climb the highest peak in Zimbabwe, is Mount Inyangani, but there's a twist to that which will come in the future because there's.
Oh, he's dropping
I
teasers.
know, eh? We've
No,
got
this
a
one's
treasure
actually a
trove
really
of
good.
content.
This is actually a real good one.
Is it, yeah?
It's just going to be it's quite a
You're going to base jump.
No, nothing like that. I like my life. I'm jumping off cliffs. Do that on a mountain bike, and that's scary enough. No, that one's going to be good.
Sick.
Yeah, that's
Hyped.
yeah, they'll be good. So hopefully there'll be some
That'd be the
Zimbabwe
first overseas adventure.
first overseas adventure. Why not go back to where I'm from and go and do that?
Overseasing.
Overseasing.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Mate, really good to catch up.
Oh man,
Before we do listener questions, really hyped for you.
thank you.
It's awesome to see it come to fruition.
Yeah,
And couldn't be more stoked.
cheers. Thanks, Davey.
Pleasure. Let's do some.
Absolutely.
Should we do some listener questions? And I put it up late. I'm really sorry.
That's all right. I shared it. Hopefully.
We're busy. We're a busy day yesterday, and yeah, just forgot to put this up, so I'm so sorry.
Charlie44 Barley. Favourite rider other than myself?
What, him? Oh, dude. Yeah, apart from yourself, it would have to be...
Do you know Charlie? I never know if these are like... like...
No, I don't know.
tell when these are like your friends.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Could be my son. He's not on social media. His name's Charlie.
He's not on social media.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's
That
not
is
on social
funny.
media. No.
No, you
talk
don't know
about social
Charlie.
media.
Well, you don't follow Charlie, so I'm gonna guess you don't know him.
No, favorite rider. God, there's a lot of favorite riders out there. Don't have a specific favorite rider. I have a just favorite. Just no, I don't.
Yeah.
No, just everyone. Yeah, no.
Nice.
I did look up to someone right at the beginning, and that was Cam McCall.
Oh.
So. Yeah, I
Good
looked
one.
up to him. He was a good one to look up to.
He's brilliant, actually. A little
Yeah.
bit topical. He's just
Yeah,
off
he's
track.
off
How
track.
weird is that? It's
Was
like
that 26, 22 years?
Dude, not something I never thought I'd see.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no.
hopefully it's really exciting and he's onto something new.
Do
But
you know where he's going?
No, I don't
okay.
know. But Cam is just... I'm a big McCall fan.
Yeah,
They're
I'm a
just
big McCall fan.
Really lovely boys as well.
Yeah.
Like the coolest guys.
Yeah.
And
I'd say him. It was
It's
my
a great one.
one of my.
yeah, mega solid.
Yeah.
Okay, what about within this new chapter
Yep.
of your... You've mentioned a lot of different YouTubers that you look up to, but are there any sort of like people within adventure and within, even two-wheel adventure?
There's a lot of people that have approached me. There's on two wheels. There's a guy out in Australia that I like to follow. I forgot on the spot. I forgot his name.
I wouldn't say he's in the hero category then.
No, yeah. Alex Steele.
Hey,
So Alex Steele, he's adventure. He likes ice climbing, but that's his
Oh,
hobby.
wow.
He makes stuff.
his jobby. No,
No,
it's not his jobby.
No, it's not his
No.
jobby. His jobby is making stuff, like making knives, domestic steel. He's cool, and I've been talking with him. So hopefully we can do a collab together where we make something
Yeah.
like some camping, I don't know, cutlery or whatever, or a knife, and I take
A spork.
camping. Yeah, a spork.
Yeah,
Yeah, something simple.
titanium.
Yeah. Oh,
Or maybe out of some precious metals that you've prospected
Oh.
in a faraway land.
We've turned this diff into a fork.
oh yeah.
Diff plate.
Yeah.
That's a great segue into the next question, which is by Tell Your Mother I'm Gone, which is a solid Instagram handle, so fair play.
Yeah.
Best camping gadget. Oh. Camping gadgets.
Camping gadget.
The face is lit up for our audio.
Oh, Camping gadget.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be a light, but
A
Nice.
light.
a light. Yeah, it has to be a light.
Like a lighter.
No, a light, just a light.
Just a light.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good gadget to have in the dark, and it's
Yeah,
pretty dark
solid.
over here.
That's solid.
But I think the best camping gadget, it has to be this tiny little burner thing I bought off Amazon. That is the best thing.
Really?
It was like
gas
yeah,
hob.
it was like $6.99. It's got like a braided hose, twisted to a little gas thing. It actually boils a kettle so damn quick. And that's $6.99.
You know, we went for a big walk the other day, me and my partner, and the day before I went looking at flasks.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Nice.
No, yeah.
or like a hip flask.
No,
Okay.
just a flask.
Just a flask.
Igloo
just-
one.
No, I didn't have an igloo one
A
actually.
Yeti one.
Yeah, no, we just bought I can't remember, nondescript name one because
Okay.
I was like, oh, we just did a bit of a partnership with Igloo. Like, I could get a flat.
Yeah.
Always kind of feels a bit crap to go buy something, but I don't have one at home. Yeah, I really like a flask. There's nothing better than it. It was a cold day, it was snowy.
Yeah.
Cracking the flask open
Oh,
and
don't.
pouring a cup of tea.
It's good. That's one thing that is in my
Solid.
truck a lot. Is I've got this ammo bag.
Yeah.
It is there's a military grade one, ammo bag. It's a grab bag, and that's just got that burner in, my mug, 2 mugs, one for my wife, one for me, tea or coffee, and then the kettle.
That's nice.
I like that. Just
Yeah.
parking up, putting the kettle on, cup of tea.
Yeah.
Just warms the cockles.
Yeah, that's nice. I once bought a really expensive little camping hob thing, and I never regretted it. It cost 150 quid. I
Yeah.
don't know what I was doing.
It's
I
an
don't know
MSR
what-
one.
I think I was going away for something, but it was all like precious metals, super light, and it all folds up all fancy. And you buy it, you buy right, you buy once.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
It's very true.
It's very true.
I've got one of them, an
That's
MSR
nice.
one, but you screw it to the gas canister.
Same as mine,
And it all
yeah.
fits in a pot.
Yes,
Yep, same as mine.
And the gas fits in the pot.
Yeah, and it's got a little handle that you clip onto the outside.
Yep.
Oh,
and you got little metal things to hold the
fantastic.
pot.
Yeah,
Oh,
fantastic.
perfect bike. Good for
Fantastic.
bikepacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I
I
took
got
mine
it.
back
Yeah.
actually when we did our. Yeah, we did. I took mine.
Mm.
I've got to say similar one.
Is that
Jet boil.
your-
Is it called a jet boil?
You can get jet balls,
Yeah,
but
jet
this
balls
one's
are nice, yeah.
this one's mine's an MSR. one.
MSR.
Yeah.
I can't remember mine. It'll be one of these. I got it from like a snow and rock shop, so I definitely
Okay.
they definitely saw me coming.
Yeah.
They're all at the door with
Those
the
shops do see you
binoculars.
coming.
Right, this chump. There's no way this chump isn't buying the most expensive thing.
He's leaving with a £500
Look at him.
Oh dear. I mean, but yeah, just to go back, the igloo stuff is actually really legit as well. Because I
Yeah.
used the Playmate, the little
Yeah.
one. We went
Yeah,
out,
yeah, yeah.
Put sandwiches in it.
Oh,
Kept it nice
wicked.
and cold. It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Nice.
I like that thing.
Yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
That is
Yeah, it's
bloody cool.
Yeah, big
Big freezer box.
freezer box. But that one over there's got speakers in it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
You know when we had music on before?
Yeah.
That's
from
coming
a
out.
cool
Oh,
box.
is it coming out of that thing?
We have a cool box.
What a cool box, man.
So
What a
sick.
cool box.
Oh, what a cool box.
Oh dear. Do you want to do another?
Yeah, let's do another. The Spanner Champ.
Oh, yeah. Ross.
How long had you been planning to start your own channel again, doing your own content?
Nice.
Ross, that's been in the works for a long time. It just had to come at the right time for me to do it. I think I touched on this in the last podcast. I think it was like I didn't want to leave on emotional terms because that's not healthy. Because you don't know what you're doing. You're like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then it doesn't work out because you're not in the right frame of mind. So I had to be like, I'm going to do this. And I came at the right time. And I've been thinking it for a very long time. Like five years. In the background. 5-6 years in the background of my head. Talking to my wife. And then it slowly got even more and more prominent in my head. Like, what the heck am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? And my Jen just got fed up and was like, you need to work this out. Because it was to a point where it was, it was tough. But then it just worked out.
Yeah.
Came to a point
What
where
does
I was
your
like,
partner do?
right. She is a beauty therapist. She's like a holistic therapist. She's a masseuse.
Oh,
She massage.
nice.
She does, massaging and
Dream.
facials
Yeah,
and
that's nice.
all that sort of thing. That sort of thing. So yeah,
What's up?
Nothing. Yeah.
That tickled you, did
It did tickle me, yeah. I could see the comments coming in. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh gosh, golly, damn it. Yeah, she's a beauty therapist.
Nice. Fantastic. Peter Long Socks. Big old Peter. Do you do any gym work or does your high activity level keep you fit?
That does, yeah.
Yeah.
High activity level. I just do press ups, and all I do every day.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, every morning, every night.
Yeah.
Just do press ups.
That's good.
Because
Cool.
I used to go to the gym a lot when I was a bachelor, or I wasn't a bachelor. We were living on the Isle of Wight, and when I was working at GMBN, I was still right at the beginning of working at GMBN. They actually paid for 6 months of me staying in a hotel till I immigrated or migrated over to the mainland, UK mainland. But I didn't for 3 years, so I was renting a room. So I'd go home every weekend and then come back every week to work with GMBN.
Right.
And I'll go to the gym a lot because I was just by myself. So I had a lot of time to myself. So I just go gym, whatever, and then pedal gym. But now I don't. I just press ups and dumbbells in front of the telly. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah, and bit of running.
Okay.
MJF 120. Are we going to see plenty of Blake builds and maybe some familiar faces on the channel?
That's a great question.
Yes. Blake builds, yep. That's going to happen. Ready, started.
Yeah.
It's for the trailer. I'm 100% going to be doing more builds. There's going to be a motorbike build. There's going to be another trailer build. There's going to be a truck build. There's going to be hopefully a workshop build one stage if I can get that point. There's going to be some other builds in the bush. Yeah, there's going to be some builds.
Plenty of building.
Plenty of building.
What about the familiar faces on the channel?
Yeah, if they want to come on, yes, please.
Can we come on?
You may come on. Actually, we want to do a cooking.
We're
When I
gonna
get
do a
this
cooking
trailer
one.
finished,
Yeah.
I want to take you.
Of course.
And we're going to go cooking.
Yeah.
We can do a podcast outside the trailer if you want.
The
Please.
dream.
Yeah?
Please.
And I'll cook for you and you can sleep in the
100.
floor.
Oh,
Or you can sleep
together.
in the tents.
Okay.
One on Jeep, one on trailer. I'll sleep in the trailer.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds the-
and
Yeah, mate, really-
you guys can come if you want.
What's the
Yeah.
location for this?
Ooh.
Putting a bit
Ooh.
of pressure on here, aren't I?
Can we do a?
We can do it local if you want, make it easier for
Yeah.
you, or do you want to go up to near you?
I mean, it's delightful
It's
where I
very
live.
good for camping.
Very
yeah.
good for camping up there.
It's
isn't it?
delightful where I live.
Let's
There's
do
already
that.
a few ideas ticking. You know, we
Good.
could go good.
Let's
good,
go up
good
there then.
bike ride.
Yes,
Done.
We can do
Done.
All, yeah, we can do it all.
let's do that.
That'd be quick. Really cool.
Sign.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Ollie comes north.
Yes, Ollie.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I
Let's
come
go.
north too.
Absolutely.
Up north.
Up north. That'd be fantastic.
Yep. Okay, there's lots of questions here that we're not allowed to ask because we'll probably cover it in the next podcast. But
Please, is that an invite for me to come back?
absolutely,
Actually, the
Always.
the next one will be outside the trailer. Hopefully,
outside. Ambient
Yes.
noise, birds tweeting,
birds, fires crackling.
yeah, meat on the braai.
Yeah,
Nice, dude.
Nice.
like
dude.
it.
Yeah.
I got a question. At Davy. Dream project. Have you got something you've got your eyes set on that you're like, this is, in the future could be cool? Because we talked about a few vehicles before we hit record.
Yeah. Oh, so I am in the process of picking up a vehicle. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's actually Sam Hodgson's old Land Cruiser.
Wow.
So in the UK, it's called the Colorado. Could be the Prado.
Right.
In other countries, but it's a Land Cruiser. It's a 90 series, so it's a 1999. But that would be hopefully a truck for the channel. So I'm going to build this truck up. It's actually broken.
Okay. It's broken.
So I need to fix it.
It is broken.
Yeah.
And what are we talking? What sort of door handle? Or is it big?
No, it's like engines.
It's a big-
engine's
Yeah,
gone.
okay.
Blake
Engine-
fix.
Yeah,
Not
needs-
Blake build, Blake fix.
Blake Fix
And build.
/ Martin Jones help me fix this thing. AKA Bare Metal Builds, please help. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing. Again, there's everything. I want to do it, but I chuck myself in the deep end. Like the trailer, never done it. Chuck myself in the deep end. Van, never done it. In the deep end. So I'm doing it with this truck.
Okay.
So going from like, okay, we'll pick up a truck, we're going to fix it, and then we're going to go on an adventure and hopefully pull the trailer. I got a Jeep Wrangler, but it's got 2 doors and I got 2 boys. And that's really hard to get them in and out. Bloody love it, but it's small. So, yeah.
Okay.
I got the Land Cruiser. So hopefully that will be a big one. But
That's
then I've
cool.
got even bigger stuff, but it's unfathomable goal. But
Okay.
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it as well.
Fantastic. Well, if you don't already, make sure if you're watching or listening to this, head over, check out Blake's channel at Zimblake on YouTube.
Thank you very much.
And what's the actual name of the channel, like the business behind it? Have you used that?
yes.
Have you used that?
No, not yet. But
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
we can do it. It's Outspire. So
Outspire,
Outspire
that's
is
it.
the business name. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. But it's at Zimblake on YouTube. Obviously, there's a link in the show description, so you can hit subscribe over there.
Thank you very
and
much.
watch episode 1, which
Yep.
is out now.
Out now,
Or if you're
yeah.
listening to this further down the line, episode 2 or episode 3, they're
Yep.
all there.
Yep.
Which is lovely, isn't it? And that's the
I'm
cool
going to
thing
go
about
and
time.
do it now. Even though in real life, as we're here, that's not possible.
Yeah.
In reality, it will be
It will be
possible because
possible.
I'll be watching it now when
Yeah.
it's already out. And thanks for joining us,
No,
Blake.
thank you very much for having me, guys.
Blake
Appreciate it.
Samson.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.
Like and subscribe, and check out the diff.
Yeah. Bye, Diff.
Yes, dude.
Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better
Thanks,
than
dude.
normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah,
Click on the video on Ollie's face.
that's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Ride Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.